Everybody, back with a new episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We're on to season 6, which is very exciting. And I really love the finale, and even going back and editing it really helped me kind of solidify how I felt about it and understand it even more. Because, as you're watching it for the first time, you don't know what happened the first time, so you don't know exactly what's different. But I really have taken that in, and I just really love how much what Yo-Yo saw affected the outcome. Like her talk with Phil is what got him to give up the centipede serum. So that was huge, and I love that resulted out of that. Even though I'm very upset about Phil dying, I really like how that played out. And I think it's clever how they did the Fitz thing, that, a character you love died. But at the same time, I have full confidence that they're going to find him. So you don't have to live with that grief. And it doesn't take away from the fact that what he did is very heroic, especially after the controversial things he's done. And it kind of sucks that we won't ever get that Fitz and our Daisy to really talk about what went down. I think she understands now what she was willing to do for Coulson. She can understand that she said she was just going to jam it in, and she can understand that Fitz did what he thought had to be done. I still would have liked a conversation between them, and that can never happen. Even if she talks to the Fitz that we find, it won't be the same. Even though that Fitz also has that Leopold side too. I would just really like to see them kind of explore that more, and, Fitz to explore it within himself. But maybe we can still do that. It just won't really have anything to do with what he did as Fitz who died, because this Fitz that we're definitely going to find didn't experience that. So that feels like a little bit of a loss to me. But I really appreciated the finale and what it ended up being. And the sacrifices that we lost are the, I just can't believe Talbot ended up being the bad guy that we couldn't save. And it's unfortunate, but there was no getting to him. So it is what it is. And, now we're about to get into some shortened seasons, which I really think season 5 would have benefited from a shortened season. I think it would have been a much tighter narrative, because it would have to be. And you would have really been able to cut some of the fat. And by fat, I mean Ruby and Alex and a lot of H.I.E.L.D. But anyways, Phil, what are we doing? You guys gave me a lot of context with season 5 finale really intending to be the potential true ending of the show. I didn't know that at all. So I never went into that finale feeling like they were wrapping everything up. And it's fascinating to me that they were going to kill Phil, or, let him be on the edge of death and, die off screen as the finale of the show. I know, I guess it's fitting because he was never supposed to be alive to begin with after Loki killed him. But it's just kind of astonishing to me that is what they were doing. And I just never felt like that, because I did not know that they were intending that to be the potential real ending. So it does feel a lot different knowing that fact. And, I guess that means he could very well be dead going into these last 2 seasons. I just can't imagine that. I can't imagine the show with Phil not in it. So do they find something? He's off with May on an island. What do we fucking do about that? Is he gonna be dead? No, I mean, they could, but it's just shocking to me that that's what they were gonna do. I guess it's fitting, and it really puts into perspective why he was really pushing Daisy. Because obviously he really thought he was going to die, but as a viewer, I never really thought he was going to die. But that was kind of the intention. And then, they get renewed, and then they kind of have to build off of that. But it's wild having that kind of context, which I did not have through the whole season. So, like I've said, I really, really, really want to rewatch season 5. I think it will feel a lot different than the first go round. But all in all, I'm happy where we ended up. Sans, a very obvious issue, and Phil is dying. But I wonder if they're gonna are we gonna be on the search for Fitz, or are they gonna have us already had caught up to him and just go from there? I don't know how difficult that mission is gonna be. But also, I think you guys said something along the lines of them not really getting into the MCU stuff. I think the remembrance and everything, the tone of the last few minutes of the last season kind of hinted at them kind of also dealing with that on top of everything else that they were dealing with. But it seems like they're really not they're just gonna be that's kind of happening over there. And if you want to tie it into the MCU, I guess you just assume that all of them just happen to not get snapped, which is fortunate, but also, kind of takes them out of having to also deal with that kind of thing on top of, dealing with what the kind of corner they painted themselves in with Phil. So we'll see what they do. I don't know what they're going to do. Is he dead by the time we're starting this episode? Is he really, he's got to be. I'm going to be optimistic and just assume that they're going to find a way to get him into the season. Because, I mean, Mac is the acting director. But, I just can't imagine having 2 seasons and not having Phil around. That will feel weird. But not unprecedented, People do leave shows, but this seems like it was narrative driven, not like Clark was no, I'm out of here. So we'll see what they do. This next episode is called Missing Pieces. They were really oh, Phil puts it all together, all the pieces together. What? I thought he was literally going to put the pieces of the earth together or something like that. I mean, he just handed off the centipede serum. They were being flowery with their language to try to throw you off. And I fell for every single, oh, what if that happens? Oh, what if that happens? And, whatever. But Missing Pieces obviously Fitz and Phil. That's what it feels like ending off last season. So are we addressing both of those things here? Are we time jumping? Is Deke still around? I would assume so. I mean, I guess he could have blinked out of existence. Like Back to the Future. But we're getting A. Fitz back, and he can still be born if they have their child, and their child has him. So I feel like we'll have Deke too. And we didn't lose anybody else. So that's really the only expectations I have going into this season. But I'm excited to see what a shortened Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season feels like. If it feels really kind of packed in. I mean, this show goes so quickly usually. But the storytelling is really laid out through the whole season. So I'm curious to see how much is it more frantic? I could hardly imagine it being more frantic because they go. Even when you want them to do some character shit. So we'll see what a 13 episode season feels like. I don't know. I don't know. But let's get into it. Look who it is.
Apologies,
Enoch.
Agent Fitz. We find ourselves in a bit of a conundrum.
He's in space? Oh man, I thought he was just in the fucking lighthouse.
Daisy, we're on approach. Be ready.
So it seems like they know where they're going to find him, which is great. But it's taken them a year.
You have violated galactic ordinance and entered Dorilian atmosphere without clearance.
Great.
Prepare to be boarded.
I'm unarmed.
Oh, we got streets.
Give us what we want and we'll let you live to cry about it.
You want fuel, it's yours.
We just want to bring him home.
Gosh, this is really difficult. This is gonna be difficult. Are they gonna be separated the whole season? They're always separated.
Alpha team in position.
Need someone close enough to get there in time. Bravo team.
Bravo team in position.
You hear that?
Portal? Oh, now that's unfortunate.
Watch the kids. Surrender now or we will fire.
Beat me to it.
Still no contact with them.
9 months.
Sir,
Months.
Keller has a theory.
Thanks. Well, we both have been
What
looking
newbies.
at these locations, trying to find a connection.
They all sit on ley lines.
Ley lines.
Crisscross the earth in a sort of pattern.
I'm late for my morning check-in.
Who's the boss got to check in with?
His boss.
Are we back good with the government?
Take it one step at a time. It's not your job to solve every problem. You'll crack.
Ah!
A man can accomplish anything once he realizes
That
he's
is
a part of
rude.
something bigger.
He'd be proud.
Stop!
Just
Guys, he
The
died!
agents out there know it.
Yeah, well,
What do we
I'll never be
do?
the director Coulson was. Hard to believe it's been a year. Glad you got a little time together.
Little.
We got more than we thought we would.
How long did you get?
I didn't know anything about any attack.
Yeah, the Hoff. It's here.
We're close. Finally. Please find him and get home.
He's obviously attracted to you. And you try hard not to laugh at his jokes and betting it's mutual.
Wait,
Against the rules or something?
is she not with Meg?
No. That's my point.
Oh my god, there he is. Oh no. Oh, are you
This is not a dead body.
kidding?
Yeah. But it's a dead end.
He's awake and he's somewhere. And he's bleeding. I don't know about this. I don't know you, sir.
Fox and I are eager to chase our wacky ley lines theory, but we need time to control.
I like ley
Dead
line
end.
theories. I
Approval
like ley
from
lines.
Unit commander, and you're a unit commander. So.
Agent May is on to us.
You're already seeing each other? Matt, come on, man. You gotta compartmentalize this shit.
I'm close on a department head.
Close. Will you stop saying no?
No. I need you to get the yes.
Name the time and place.
From who?
Here. No. Andrew's favorite teacher, then colleague, then friend. And an IQ of 160.
Friend of
doesn't hurt.
Andrew.
This lady
They
said
need
more
a
to
smart
me in one
person.
phone call than she did in all the years she was married to Garner.
Your drinking has gotten worse.
So you did spy. I used to share a cocktail with the love of my life, but when he died, this became a way to remember him. Or forget. I don't know.
S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy. Not overnight. We wouldn't open it for a year or two, but we need you to build it from the ground up. In his name. S.H.I.E.L.D. Second Chance. Two of our brightest minds are in deep space. They can't make contact, and until they jump back, we need you on this, or innocent people will die.
It doesn't seem like they're coming back anytime soon.
Did you say deep space?
Boy, I bet Fitz is like devastated. He thinks he's never going to be able to get to the future now.
I know this is a lot more than what you guys bargained for. And I think we will all benefit from getting back to familiar territory. To loved ones. We need them.
Oh.
And they may need us.
I'm not really worried about Fitz. I'm sure he's doing fine. I am worried about what we're doing about Phil.
Didn't know if you'd get through.
You want to drop the blaster?
Safety first.
What about Sarge? He's coming soon.
Is his crossing clear?
Nope. It's a museum.
All right, well, let's get there. And blow it straight to hell.
What?
An engraving? What is it?
It's the Ionian script. Translated, it means low temperature suspension chamber.
You learned to read Alien?
Of course, what have you been doing with the last year? Underneath that phrase was a word. Narrow Atia. I've seen it before. It's a planet. Here.
I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I want to find Fitz as much as anyone.
Wrong.
But we don't even know if we can get back from that deep in space. Piper, back me up.
Look, as much as I hate to agree with Davis, he's right. Hey, tactically, going home may be our best chance of finding Fitz.
We can restock, we can refuel.
Don't talk tactics. He's family.
Yeah, other people have family too.
Wait, Davis is a kid, remember?
I haven't seen him in months.
You're all just worn very thin.
Simmons, we have to take a step back. The Zephyr is really banged up, and we don't know how many jumps we have
The
left.
Zephyr is banged up because everywhere we go, Quake leaves a wake of destruction.
I've explained my philosophy on that. They need to respect how strong we are.
We're down to 4 people.
Exactly. That is the point. They don't know that.
The Confederacy. How did they find us?
Simmons kills
You
you.
had to let
Them.
powers on the compressor.
Ugh. Fuck.
We were inspired.
More of it isn't one thing, it's another.
Tell me that's not a lens of some sort.
I got you. You can't stop it. It's coming.
It.
Stop what? What's coming?
But your grit's coming. Tell me that's not a time bomb.
No. Yes. Maybe.
No. Time, yes. And a place.
Get ready. Looks like we've been spotted.
I don't think so.
No.
Well, you've always been dumb as a bag of bricks.
I'll put money on it.
Of course you will. Because if I win, we'll be dead and you won't have to pay me.
It's a good bet.
finally catching on. Davis wins.
Go! We need to jump home.
Hurry!
Enter the coordinates for Earth. Let's get out of here.
The coordinates were already locked in.
Simmons.
Damn, Gemma. What if you can't get home?
Do you want to buy us some more time, Snowflake?
With pleasure.
Oh, why? It seems like a... I don't know, they seem like a band of misfits. They don't seem like bad guys.
They have him! They'll kill him!
We got hostages!
Don't worry. You'll be a butterfly.
What is this butterfly business?
Get down!
Oh, now what is that? Whoa, whoa, whoa! I'm sorry. Is this Fitz? Did he come to us? Do what?
Let her
now?
go.
He's Sarge?
From S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh my god, is he a different
Never heard of it.
timeline? Phil? Oh, Melinda. Oh my god, is this how we're gonna do it? I mean, our Phil really is dead? He looks good. Oh my god. Fitz? Look him. Look, he's working. He's working. Whoa. Wow.
He did.
fuck? Well, you know, this is a big swing. This is a big kind of new thing that we're dealing with. And I'm conflicted because it definitely seems like this is what they're doing with Phil by having him still be here as this other Phil. Definitely not our Phil. Our Phil died. I don't even feel like I've processed that. I mean, obviously I want any version I can get, I guess. But that doesn't, like, negate what we lost. Oh, I thought we were going to resurrect him if we were going to do anything. Or, like, stop him from dying. But it's been a year. Melinda said they got more time than she expected, which is good. Phil died. And now we have this, like, rough and rugged and badass version of him. I didn't get the feeling that these people that were coming through were necessarily bad. They seemed like, you know, just a kind of ragtag group that has a warning to give, it seems. Very, like, I don't know if it's like steampunk or like, they've got a vibe. And that Coulson certainly has a vibe that has no memory of S.H.I.E.L.D. because he's not our Phil. He's a different Phil, but we've kind of broken the door open on the multiverse by acknowledging that time is not fixed. So this is how you get around that. But it still makes me sad. Like, is this what we're doing? We're not having Phil anymore. Like, our Phil died and is dead. Like, finito. That's a lot. That's actually a lot. And I guess I'll take any version of him, but like, oh, man, kind of like now knowing for sure that our Phil is just not going to be around anymore. God, what the fuck? It's hitting me. I'm so sad about that. What the fuck? I just assumed that, like, we do something, you know? We do something. Well, there was nothing we could do. Wow. You know, it's not the same as the Fitz thing because we lost Fitz as well, but the Fitz that we're getting is just missing like a few months or weeks or whatever, or now a year, I guess. But this Phil is not our Phil at all. At least the Fitz that we're going for is our Fitz that, you know, kind of diverge with a different Fitz. But this is just different. And I'm not as worried about him. He seems to be doing all right. He's fitting in. I mean, what the fuck is all that about? I don't know. And I definitely understand where Gemma is coming from. And it's probably going to work out for them with them finding him. But they needed to go home. And she made that decision. Well, now they're in that. But how are they going to get home? What if they can't get home? What if, like, they can't make any more jumps? They were worried about that. And, you know, they've been losing crew members. And, like, finding his empty pod was very demoralizing. But Gemma found something to cling on to, which is that writing and now knowing where the pod was made and where he went. I guess Enoch took him there. Is that what it is? Like, I don't know. I don't really know exactly what happened, but that's where he is, I assume. And that's where they're going. Wild that the Confederacy is after them like that, but I mean, it makes sense. But would they just give up on Earth like that? Or are they just so dead set on finding them? Weird. Not to say I really want to deal with them anymore, but they're still an issue. Mac and Yo-Yo are not together. Not only are they not together, she has moved on. Maybe not completely, but like she's with that guy. I don't know him. I don't know you, sir. But I do want Mac to find out. Maybe it'll kick his ass into gear. But he's been consumed by the job, which is a big position. There's a lot of shit on his shoulders, and he's, you know, going to the bar and going to church, and like I guess that's all he has time for. And you know, visiting. I guess we'll have like motivational Phil from his hologram messages, but still. Oh, God. I'm really upset by the Phil stuff, man. What the fuck? So Daisy's wanting to show force, and she's quaking a lot of shit, and that's fucking up their ride. And Simmons kind of threw that in her face, but I think she only did that because she's upset. But I wonder how Daisy is doing with all that power. She seems to be all right for the most part. May, honestly, is doing pretty well. I think she really cherished her time that she had with him. And I wonder how she's going to feel about this new version. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. Fuck. God damn it. This was a lot. Where is this Phil from? What were they warning us against? Something was coming? I don't know. There's always something fucking coming, you know? How are they going to get home if and when they find Fitz? What is Fitz wrapped up in? What's this new version of Phil gonna be like? Is he gonna play nice? How's he gonna be around Mac? That's gonna be a clash, I'm sure, considering his name is Sarge. He's in charge. So I'm sure they're gonna butt heads probably. And yeah, they've set up some interesting stuff. You know, if you're ever wanting things to go back the way they were, they're just not gonna. Like, things are just getting weirder and weirder. So it's not like they're just going forward, man. And there's a lot of consequence to last season, which, you know, I like that it's just not everything's fine, but it fucking sucks to lose Phil permanently, even though we seemingly have a different version of him to deal with. But it's just not the same. It's not the same as the Fitz situation at all. And I am mourning that for sure. Damn, man. Fuck. God, I thought getting Fitz... why am I so fucking naive? She's like, oh, we'll get Fitz and then we'll whatever. Like, no, that's going to be a big, huge thing and a very hard undertaking, and it's taken a year already. But it was great to see Enoch, and maybe we'll see him again. I don't know. It's weird how us fixing things caused that to happen. Like, how did that domino into that? I don't know, but it did. I don't know. But, you know, Coulson coming in with his big rig, decked out, you know, that's going to be certainly an experience. And I'm excited to know this person that I don't know at all. But I will be sitting with the fact that we've lost Phil. And I don't see them, like, bringing him back. I think he's dead. And I just didn't enter that mind space. I should have known with the multiverse and everything that this is a way they could do it and still have Clark Gregg be in the show. But I just didn't anticipate it. And I should have known better, because of course they would want last season to have ultimate consequence like it did. It's just different now that I know that this is what they did. And had myself, someone who isn't always rose-colored glasses. I had rose-colored glasses on, thinking that they were gonna find some newfangled way to save him. And they didn't. He died. God damn it, Ghost Rider. What the fuck was that? It's so annoying that that's what this stems from, because Robbie could have done it. Phil did not need to do that. It's very upsetting. Well, this was a lot to parse through. And, you know, they set a lot up, which they tend to do in the beginning. And now we've just got to sift through it all and see where we wind up. But we've got much fewer episodes, many fewer episodes this season. So we'll see what the pacing is like. That's honestly what I'm most curious about this season, what it's going to feel like overall with the arc. So we'll see how it goes. But this was certainly interesting. Certainly a lot going on and a lot to unpack and deal with. But we shall persist. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.